How do you adjust carburetor float height? If you have ever wondered how to adjust the carburetor float height on your motorcycle, you are in the right place. This adjustment is essential for ensuring your engine runs smoothly. The float in the carburetor controls the fuel level in the bowl, which directly impacts engine performance. Let's break down the steps to get it right. First, let's understand the float's function. The float is a small device that rises as fuel fills the bowl. When it reaches a certain height, it pushes the needle valve closed, stopping the fuel flow. If the float height is not set correctly, it can lead to fuel overflow or insufficient fuel reaching the engine. To start, you need to access the carburetor bowl. Carefully remove it to get to the float. In some cases, you can check the float height without removing the bowl by using a clear tube attached to the drain screw. This method can save you some time. Next, position the carburetor as it would be on your motorcycle. Tilt it slightly, usually between 10 to 45 degrees. This position allows the float to settle naturally, simulating real operating conditions for an accurate measurement. Now it's time to measure the float height. Use a precise measuring tool, like a digital caliper or a depth gauge. Measure from the gasket surface, where the bowl attaches, to the highest point of the float. If you are using the clear tube method, attach the hose to the float bowl drain. Loosen the drain screw and observe the fuel level in the tube, which indicates the fuel height inside the bowl. Once you have your measurement, compare it to the specifications in your motorcycle's service manual. Each model has different float height requirements, so it's essential to refer to the manual for accuracy. If your measurement shows that the float height is too high, you will need to bend the float's tang downward slightly. This adjustment lowers the float and reduces the fuel level. If the float height is too low, bend the tang upward to raise the float and increase the fuel level. Make small adjustments and remeasure until you reach the correct height. Some carburetors also requiring checking the float drop, which is the distance the float falls away from the needle valve when the fuel is empty. This step can be important for optimal performance. After making the adjustments, reassemble the carburetor bowl. Start your motorcycle and check for proper fuel flow and engine performance. Incorrect float height can lead to issues like fuel overflow or a lean running condition, so it's important to get it right. A few practical tips include avoiding squeezing the float during adjustment, as this can damage it. Use gentle bends on the tang to prevent breaking it. The clear tube method is a great time saver, allowing you to check the float height without removing the bowl. Always double-check your measurements against the manual to avoid engine problems. Adjusting the carburetor float height is a straightforward process that can significantly impact your motorcycle's performance. By following these steps, you can ensure your carburetor delivers the right fuel mixture for a smooth ride.